You're listening to Catholic Chicago. Ahead, the Archdiocese of Chicago brings you programs about the people, events, and issues that touch our lives. Thanks for letting us be part of your morning. Now again, Catholic Chicago.
Good morning and welcome to the Voice of Charity. I'm Katie Bredemann here with my colleague Phil Zepeda. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning, Katie.
And we extend a warm hello to all who are listening on WNDZ 750 AM here in Chicago and all who are watching our live stream on YouTube and Facebook at Catholic Chicago. Catholic Charities' 34th annual Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball is fast approaching on December 1st at the Chicago Hilton. This gala is among the largest and most glamorous events on the Christmas season in Chicago. Cardinal Cupich will be there along with Sally Blount, Catholic Charities President and CEO, to extend Christmas greetings to all the attendees. It's always a fantastic occasion to catch up with new and longtime Catholic Charities benefactors, corporate partners, and volunteers who come with their families, friends, and colleagues to have an elegant evening downtown during the Christmas season and support Catholic Charities at the same time.
It's truly magnificent, Katie. And in more recent years, we've seen more young professionals that are discovering the St. Nicholas Ball. One of the best tickets in town to have a wonderfully decadent evening out for a great cause. And the funds raised at the St. Nicholas Ball are critical to our work in the year ahead, so we are incredibly fortunate this year to have truly outstanding people. A wonderful couple, Tom Ricketts and his wife Cece, are leading the efforts to make the 2023 Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball a huge success. Tom Ricketts is here with us today, and we're thrilled to have this opportunity to hear his perspectives on what attendees can expect at this year's ball. And also joining us is Aida Segura, who's the director of Catholic Charities House of Peace, which is one of the Catholic Charities' 2 domestic violence recovery residences. And Aida is going to share some insights into some of the ways that proceeds from the St. Nicholas Ball will help those particular programs for those clients coming in to Catholic Charities. Welcome, Tom and Aida. We're so grateful to have you with us this morning.
It's nice to be here.
Again, thank you so much for being here. And Tom, thank you and your wife, Cece, for your great generosity in being our co-chairs this year. Can we start with you, and can you remind our audience some of the special aspects of the ball that make it such an extraordinary event in Chicago each December?
Yeah, and nice to see you, Katie and Phil. Thanks for having us on. It really is a magical evening. It's at the Chicago Hilton on December 1st. You buy tickets at CatholicCharities.net. But it's beautiful decor, great food, great music. Everyone is in great holiday spirit. And the other thing that we learned when we going over the last few years, it is a younger crowd, as Phil pointed out. It's a younger crowd because a lot of people bring their families. So it's a multi-generational kind of event, which gives it a kind of energy that you don't see at a lot of these kinds of events. And just to be honest, it's something. I see a lot of these things. This is about as good as they get. So hopefully, if you have a chance or someone would like to go, you grab a couple tickets and see us there on December 1st.
It's truly a supercharged evening, and even more so with you and Cece helming the gala this year. Tom, can you tell us how you decided to get involved with Catholic Charities and what's your history with the organization?
Well, we got involved a couple years ago at the request of a friend. Actually, it's Ed and Dorothy Waymer kind of got us involved, and it's been a really rich and rewarding experience to get to know more about what Catholic Charities done. And we've known some of what Catholic Charities has done for many, many years. But being chairs of the ball this year, we had a chance to go out and visit a lot more of the programs in the area and really get to understand just the full breadth and depth of everything Catholic Charity does for so many needy people.
And I understand that you had the distinct opportunity to visit a number of Catholic Charities sites right here in Chicago and learn more about the work of the programs that we coordinate across Cook and Lake County. Where did you go? I'd love to hear a little bit more about that.
Yeah, well, we spent a couple days, and one day we kind of went out west a little bit, and we went to St. Mary of South, the Child
Oh, yeah.
Development Center. It's run there by Stephanie Newsom for many years, and she's an incredible woman, and they do incredible things for the people that are in the area that need help with their child care, whether it's before school, after school, or just preschool itself. What an incredible program that is. We dropped by and met a man named Mike Waters, who's at the West Regional Food Pantry. They do other things than food, but it's one of those things that really was eye-opening for us. And as you read about inflation and you read about things going on in the market, like inflation might say that the newspaper might say 5%, but food prices have gone up 2 or 3 times that in the last couple of years. So there are a lot of people out there on limited budgets or fixed incomes that really need those services. And then we dropped into the Austin neighborhood to run into my friends at Peace Corner. Sarah Loftman and Andy Williams, who have been there a long time, and Coach Jonathan, who runs a lot of the programs with the kids. And we've run across them other times through Cubs Charities at different events. So it was great to see those folks. And then we took a different day. We went up north. We went to the Cardinal Bernardine Center up in Lake County. Spent time with Wonder Jones, who runs a food pantry and a whole bunch of other programs up there. It's an incredible center they do. We dropped by the community shelter with Nancy Galavantis is one of the people that gives her time to that project, and they do a lot of work with English classes, computer classes, immigration classes, things to do paperwork and those kind of things. Incredible work, and of course we also met Aida that day, so at the House of Peace. So incredible experiences all the way around.
You've had no better tour guides than that gaggle of people that you just mentioned. Truly some of the best people in the core of the Catholic Charities team. Amongst all of that, Tom, and all of those programs, you mentioned everything from the domestic violence assistance that we provide to food insecurity programs like the food pantry that we coordinate. Is there any particular program within Catholic Charities that really hits home for you and CC?
Well, what's interesting, Phil, like the thing that really hit me the most is that just the breadth and the scale of Catholic Charities. When we talk about an organization, one of the largest community service organizations in the country, 375,000 people are helped by Catholic Charities every year. And, and it's not just the number of people they help, it's the ways they help them. Something close to 50 programs in over 100 locations, plus all the parishes around the community. And it's from basic survival stuff like food, clothing, and shelter to helping people achieve their dreams through English training and job placement and job training, or people that just are in a bad spot and need some help, whether it's a safe place to be or some counseling. So the breadth of it's amazing. And of course, we've supported, from the Cubs side, we've supported some Catholic Charities organizations in the past too. So it's been an incredible experience and just an incredible organization.
So grateful.
And Tom, you and Cece have chosen a beautiful biblical passage as the theme for this year's Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball. Would you mind sharing with us what that passage is and its particular meaning to you and your wife?
Yeah, well, I do have it. Well, our thought was like pretty much, all Christians are called to serve others. And we thought that the simplest, most direct passage was Thessalonians 5:11. Therefore, encourage one another and build each other up. And I think that in the shortest number of words in perhaps in the entire Bible, that sums up Catholic Charities. And so we thought that was appropriate.
Well, and it also kind of refers to all the attendees at the Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball. We're all there supporting this awesome organization. But then, as you said, it also refers to our clients that try to offer support to one another through difficult times.
Absolutely. And, once again, it's just a true honor to be associated with this organization and to be sharing this ball. And I hope everyone that is seeing or listening to this program is going to be able to be there that night, and we'll have a beer and we'll talk baseball while we're there.
It's our honor to have you, seriously.
Truly. Now, Tom, we know the Chicago Cubs organization has been incredibly generous to Catholic Charities over the years and parishes within the Archdiocese of Chicago, including mine, St. Andrew, right there on Addison. So, for example, in recent years, a number of players have visited our House of Peace, our House of the Good Shepherd, to play catch from time to time with some of the children who are living at this domestic violence transitional housing residence with their mothers. The Cubs organization as a whole does so much good in the city of Chicago through Cubs Charities and your ongoing work to build a strong neighborhood and community around Wrigley Field. Do you see your work with Catholic Charities as part of this larger effort to give back to the Windy City?
Well, when we first became associated with the Cubs, one of our missions or one of our things we'd say all the time is we're not the Wrigleyville Cubs, we're not the North Side Cubs, we're the Chicago Cubs. And so we want to do something for everyone in our community and throughout the Chicagoland area. And for us, that meant continuing the support that we've given for a lot of the great programs, like you mentioned, House of Good Shepherd. It meant giving more to the communities, the parishes and community schools and around Wrigley, but it was just trying to do something across the entire area. And while we have a lot of our own programs and we've developed our own programs that focus on youth and sports and fitness and education, Catholic Charities does so much more, and it's really an honor to be a supporter of that organization.
You know, and Tom, you've worked with many wonderful nonprofits in the city of Chicago, and you've touched on this a little bit already this morning. What do you see as Catholic Charities' role among these nonprofits in Chicago?
Well, I think the thing that really stands out about Catholic Charities is their mission is to help anyone who needs help. You know, there's a lot of charities, and we support many of them that are very specific, or they have missions that are, very driven by, a certain person or a certain situation. And I think that the thing that's so amazing is that Catholic Charities really understands that there's a lot of people that fall through the cracks, and when they fall through those cracks, this is an organization that wants to be there for them.
Beautifully said.
Beautifully said. Tom, we know that your time today with us is limited, and so we thank you so much for being on the show and sharing your insights with us. We're so grateful to you and Cece for chairing the Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball this year, and we're so grateful for your tremendous generosity.
Yeah, thanks. Like I said, it's an honor to support, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone on December 1st.
Well, we remind everybody in our audience that if they want to register to attend and get more information on this fabulous event through the Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball, link on our website at CatholicCharities.net or call 312-948-6864. That's 312-948-6864. 6864. We're going to take a quick break right here, and when we return, we'll continue our discussion about the Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball, and Aida Segura will join us and tell us how the proceeds of the ball will be used in the work of Catholic Charities. Please stay tuned for more of The Voice of Charity after this.
Thank you.
Mother Cabrini, a missionary woman religious, helped shape America's social and healthcare system in the early 20th century, hugely impacting the city of Chicago. If you or your family are from Chicago, this is part of your history. Join other young adults for networking and learning together about this remarkable saint. Come together to pray and discern how sacred art and architecture bring us closer to our Lord. On Saturday, November 11, attend a Mass at 11 a.m., followed by a guided tour at the Shrine of St. Francis Xavier Cabrini. It's located at 2520 North Lakeview Avenue here in Chicago. For more information, contact the Illinois chapter of the Patrons of the Arts in the Vatican Museums at 312-534-5351.
Year 44 for me teaching. When I started here, there were teachers here that had taught me when I was a student. Now I'm the old person. Right now, I teach junior high math. I love when kids find what I'm teaching to be fun and they get it. I see that light bulb go off and it's a thrill. People are always amazed. What? You're here for 44 years? It's hard for me to believe, frankly. I love what I do. Every summer I think, oh, I miss the classroom. Even on the weekends, I think I can't wait to get back on Monday and teach those quadratic equations.
Shape the next generation of leaders. Teach. Apply today at archchicago.org/schooljobs.
It will be a special night to remember on Friday, December 1st at Catholic Charities' 2023 Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball at the Chicago Hilton. The Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball is one of the most elegant galas of the holiday season in Chicago, and proceeds provide critical funding for our programs and services into the new year. Gather your families, friends, and work colleagues for an extraordinary black tie event to celebrate the Christmas season. Enjoy an opening reception, gourmet meal, and live entertainment courtesy of the Ken Arlen Orchestra, all in support of Catholic Charities. Don't miss this special night for a great cause on Friday, December 1st. To purchase tickets and learn about sponsorships for the Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball, visit CatholicCharities.net or call 312-948-6864. That's 312-948-6864.
Welcome back to the Voice of Charity. I'm Katie Bredemann here with Phil Zepeda, and we are previewing the 2023 Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball that's coming up on Friday, December the 1st at the Chicago Hilton. We invite everyone to learn more and consider getting your tickets today at CatholicCharities.net. Just type Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball in the search, and that will take you directly to the event website where you can purchase your tickets.
So we have the blessed opportunity now to hear from our colleague, Aida Segura. Aida is the director of Catholic Charities House of Peace, our domestic violence transitional housing residence in Lake County, and the other one being the House of Good Shepherd in Lake County. Aida, can you remind our audience about the services that are offered at the House of Peace to help women and children who have fled the cycle of violence in their homes?
Absolutely. Thanks, Phil, and thanks, Katie, for having me. Well, the House of Peace is a program that aims to provide with a comprehensive support for women and children recovering from domestic violence. And part of that comprehensive support involves welcome them in a community of healing and hospitality that provides a chance for everyone to really find a new direction in their lives.
A new pathway, right?
So accompaniment is very important. And the accompaniment that we offer has to do a lot with the power of relationship. We aim in the House of Peace first to build a culture of tenderness and in love that gives each person the dignity that is being God-given to us, and share it with the joy of hope that comes from and emanates from the experience of seeing how much that impactful accompaniment can do in order to affirm people and encourage them precisely to change in the direction of restoring their humanity, restoring their capacity to love, and their capacity to also trust in themselves.
It's beautiful.
And so, Aida, the House of Peace in Lake County and the House of the Good Shepherd in Cook County are among two of our programs that are going to benefit from the proceeds of the Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball. Can you speak a little bit more in detail about how those proceeds are used? What are kind of the programs that you implement to help these women recover and move on to safer lives and more, a greater sense of independence and self-sufficiency again? What are some of those programs that you work on to help these women move on?
Absolutely, yes. So in this comprehensive support, of course, we provide help with, first of all, the whole interpersonal, like I said, accompaniment. That involves counseling, of course. That involves getting to know the people's needs at that moment. For instance, we provide job training so people can have the capacity to be financially independent. For women, that's huge and very critical at that time of their lives. We also provide children's support. We have programs that involve helping children through therapy, whether it's their traditional counseling or recreational therapy. We provide English classes, tutoring, mentoring, and a series of support groups to provide people with an opportunity to, again, reestablish their sense of agency and to do it in the context of a loving community. That's very important.
So, Aida, the program's transformational, right? And earlier this year, one of your residents, anonymously named Sarahi, came on the show with you on the Voice of Charity through a phone call to tell us how welcoming and how supportive the House of Peace was to her and her two daughters. It was just an amazing, touching story. Do you have another one to share with us today about the women or families who've been able to start over because of Catholic Charities and the House of Peace?
Absolutely. Yes. So the House of Peace has been this little epicenter of life. And I always say that I feel like, being in a way chosen by the Spirit to dwell in there and encourage us. Tom earlier talked about this beautiful biblical quote of encourage one another. That's exactly what we aim to do. And it's amazing to see in these testimonials how that piece of encouragement, the little bit of here and there, can really be the fuel that will absolutely lift somebody up and, move them towards a transformational experience. So we have witnessed that in so many occasions. So I like to talk briefly about the fact that one is kind of a little mystical experience with House of Peace, and I want to touch about the children. Many women, of course, agonize decision of making a shift when things are not working. It's a very difficult moment in the life of a mom. And I remember this story of a beautiful girl who came and told Mom, this morning she woke up, she was only 5 years old. She said, Mom, I know that we have to go to this beautiful house. And in this beautiful house, we're going to be playing and we're going to be together with everybody, including mi abuelita, including my grandma. So it was, just a little comment of the child, but it came at that moment in which mother was asking and praying for illumination. So Mom took the courage that day to leave and to bring their children and herself to safety. And when they came to the house, this beautiful girl said, Mom, this is the house. This is the house where we are meant to be. This family had five beautiful children, and while in the House of Peace, we always made reference to this story because it was almost like a mystical moment, but that really unfolded in the fact that mom built herself up. She learned, her English classes, did her job training, was able to find job, was able to even bought a little car and restart her life, thanks to the support of this loving community that is able to be provided, thanks to Catholic Charities, thanks to this beautiful program that has been able to witness and support people in the very vulnerable time in their lives.
That is so moving, Aida. The mom had prayed and for an answer, and she directly heard the answer to that prayer, didn't she?
And like that, we have many stories. And I just want to mention another one, little.
Please.
But every year at the House of Peace around Christmas, there's always a baby that comes, and it's our 13th year. And this year, a baby arrived. And his name, well, I will not say his name, but it's a 4-month-old boy. And when I received the mother, I just said, welcome. I just said, welcome, Jesus, Emmanuel, God with us. And it's one of those things that occur in this place that I consider them beautiful little signs of that we're doing exactly what we're called to do, which is encourage each other, welcoming each other in the most difficult time in life, and shine through with what we have. And so this quiet but very interpersonal, tender, loving space have witnessed many of these moments. And it's beautiful to have the opportunity to continue supporting this immense, chance that we have to change and support the change and transformative experience of, moms and children. They are other clients that we have been able to encourage and witness their incredible capacity to love and to be a community, not just for themselves, but for the larger community as well. We see these women going out and encouraging others in the community to really live more dignified lives.
Catholic Charities is so fortunate, Aida, to have you as director of the House of Peace and Deborah Hammond and Lizette Olvera as leading the way at the House of the Good Shepherd, because these are two wonderful transitional housing residences, and you're both so skilled. All three of you are so skilled at what you do, but you also have such tremendous compassion for the women and the children that we can't help but just think all of those who are recovering feel so blessed to be with you on their journey.
Thank you.
And I think just before we run out of time today, we just always on shows when we have you here, Aida, we'd like to make sure that we share contact information for anybody who's in the audience today who might be wondering if they too are in an unsafe environment and should be seeking outside help from the House of Peace or the House of Good Shepherd. Can you share what that information is for anybody listening or watching today's show who might, would like to talk to someone about whether they might need assistance as well?
Absolutely. Yes. So the direct phone number for House of Peace is 224-430-4977. And I will be one of the persons answering that phone at any moment. And we have now, thanks to our beautiful new domestic violence team, an intake line dedicated to basically receive the first callers seeking help. And that number is 312-655-7106. Again, that number is 312-655-7106. 7106.
And
And that will be going to a professional counselor that will be basically addressing the issues and providing, either referrals, more resources, or that moment of accompaniment that is so key and important, which is that first call.
We'll take this opportunity to remind everybody of the Illinois Domestic Violence 24-hour hotline as well, too, 877-863-6338.
And that's for 24-hour coverage in case you can't reach the Catholic Charities phone number after business hours. We just want to thank you so much, Aida, for being on the show today, along with Tom Ricketts of the Chicago Cubs, and sharing great information that shows why the 2023 Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball is going to be such an important, wonderful event in Chicago this Christmas season. To purchase tickets, we want to remind everybody again, please go to CatholicCharities.net or call 312-948-6864.
And we hope to see all of you at the Spirit of St. Nicholas Ball, and we invite all of you to join us again next Tuesday for another edition of The Voice of Charity. For now, this is Phil Zepeda, along with my colleague Katie Bredemann, thanking you for tuning in and believing in the mission of Catholic Charities. Have a great day.